Hello friends, and welcome back to the Homestaying Housewife. I am Monica, for those of you that are new to my channel, and today we are going to be taking a break from baking, cooking, to go more into gardening today. Not gardening as in the big garden. That'll be a different video, and is that a whirlwind. The garden is still only, I think I have 3 rows planted, and it is a huge garden. So all my stuff is just on the porch waiting. So that'll be to come. This is a houseplant medicinal garden video. Let's talk aloe. We have a massive aloe plant that has clearly outgrown its home. So in today's video, we are going to be separating the pups, which are the little baby aloes, from the mother aloe plant and repotting them. We are going to actually sell them at the farmer's market. So I'm going to show you how we do that. Let's get started. Okay, so before we dive into this, there are 2 different ways that you can separate and repot your aloe. One of the ways is the way I'm going to be showing you, which is we're going to be separating the pups from the mother plant, and they're each going to have their own little root system on them, which is going to make it a super easy, streamlined process. The other way you can do it is by taking just actual clippings off of this plant. So clipping, you know, one of these, and then it's a whole different process. Without further ado, let's start diving in to this massive plant, which I don't even know how we're going to do this.
Take the roots off.
Take the roots off.
Take off from the roots, pull them off.
So we can clearly see that it is root bound. All right. So what we're wanting to do is get all of these babies or pups away from the main plant, which is in the middle, without damaging everything. So you kind of want to break up this big root ball.
Take all the dirt.
Be kind of gentle with it because you don't want to mess with everything too much. It is up to you how much you want to put in the next pot. So you can, so right here is a pup. So right there is one pup, and it has its little root system on it. So we're just going to set this aside and keep on trucking. We have a huge mess. I'll get ready to count the amount of pups we got in a second, but I am not positive, but I think this one is the main mother, but it could also be this one or this one. Those are the 3 biggest ones. So I'm going to say that the mother is one of those, but these all came off fairly easy. You just kind of, as you're working that big root ball, these kind of fall away on their own. And so you're not really, like, you don't have to break it or tear it. They just kind of come apart. And this one was so big that sometimes I'd have to like weave it, as you saw, but it still came fairly easy. So we're going to kind of get this all cleaned up and then move on to potting these. Right, so we ended up getting 43 different 43 plants from this one aloe, which is way more than I anticipated. Before you plant, you want to make sure you don't have any rotting roots or dead roots. Kind of get rid of those. These all look pretty good, so I'm not going to mess with them. If you have something, so say you took a clipping from right here, you want to make sure that that end dries out for a couple days before you go to plant it. Just so it doesn't rot in the ground. We don't have to worry about that because like all of ours have roots on them. To help with preventing shock to the plant is I watered it last night, so the roots got nice and watered, and then my soil is damp. It's not wet, it's damp. So we're gonna plant everything and then leave it alone for a few days and let everything settle, get used to its new home, and then we will go give it a nice water here in a few days. And I don't know if I said this, but the soil is a cactus and succulent soil. So just make a space in your, because I already have it filled, in your pot. Kind of put it in the center. And you want to press down the soil around the plant, and that's going to help stabilize it. And it also gives those roots, it gives the plant a better environment to root. And as my good friend says, we're tucking them to bed. And this is how you tuck your plant to bed. Get it nice and snug. And there is one of 43 new baby aloe plants. So I will continue doing this, and then I will show you the end result. And I'm even going to be doing, that isn't even one of the little ones. Like I'm even rooting these little babies. So it's a new growth off that plant. And it has a nice healthy root, so we're even doing these. And I didn't count these in the 43. I have some of these and they are extra. All right, so here is the almost finished product. We have about 30 planted. These are gonna have to wait until tomorrow where I can get more soil, and then they will also be planted. And then these are just going to chill out right here and be babied for the next 3 to 4 weeks until I know that their root system has been established, and then we can go ahead and start selling them at the farmers markets. But I wanted to go in a little bit just for care, and this isn't just for transplants, but also just an aloe vera plant that you will have. They want bright, indirect sunlight. So what that means is they want full sun, but they want some sort of barrier between the sun and themselves. So 1 to 2 feet away from a window. I have a huge window right here and right here. So they get plenty of sunlight, but they're far enough away that they aren't going to get scorched or too close to the sun. And then as far as watering, you really want to let the soil dry out before you water again. So I told you that we had damp soil and I watered them the night before I transplanted and separated everything. So we're going to let them dry out for 2 to 3 days, and then I will give them a nice water. After that, 2 to 3 weeks of zero watering, and then we will go back and water again. If your house or climate is really dry, you may have to do it a little sooner. I live in a very humid climate, so 2 to 3 weeks is how long it takes for that soil to dry out the first couple inches deep. And then I go ahead and water again, because let me tell you, aloe vera will let you know if you overwater it because it will turn brown and die. So ask me how I know. But I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, something a little different than normal homesteading videos, but still I find very accurate to this kind of lifestyle because this is medicinal, it's easy to grow, and as you can see, it is easy to multiply into many, many plants, which also can turn into another form of income if you are trying to find different types of income for your homestead. And as always, if you like this stuff, make sure to like and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on any videos that I post. And if you want more day-to-day updates and just things that are going on the homestead, be sure to follow me on Instagram and Facebook so that you never miss an update. I hope everyone is having a wonderful Saturday, and I will see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.